a quite blustery summer day down on the island, and I'm at a bit of a loose end. There's a few things I want to talk about in this video, and the one specific thing obviously I've mentioned in the title, which is to do with a lot of scammy stuff that's going on at the moment, and I want to just give some people a heads up. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but I'll get into it in a minute. I'm a little bit stuck with the restoration series because basically the suspension is off at the shop and I'm going to wait for that to come back. And the only other job I have to do, and I need a tool which is arriving today to do that. So until that arrives later on this afternoon, I have nothing I can do. So I thought, well, let's jump out on the bike and have a bit of a chinwag, have a bit of an update, and also warn you about this thing, as I say. And just before I go on to that main subject, as I say, another thing to let you know is that new merch line, mugs. I have made mugs, they are now available. There are two which are hand drawn by me, and then they've been printed onto mugs. There are two which are channel related to do with smashing of a certain button, censored and uncensored. There is a beef mug, and then there is a classic generic mug with a nice, you know, BMW motorcycle on there, which is being known as the Nice Tea. If you'd like to have a look at the designs, or even grab one, please have a look at the links in the description. They're being sold by the same people who do my t-shirts and hoodies. Sparrow. Screech. This is beautiful. That little yacht making virtually no forward progress against the current, and people try and swim against it. Is the ferry guy helping him? Because the ferry's just diverted. Oh, I think they're just going to see if he's okay, and he's like, I'm fine. J-turn. Anyway, on to the main subject, as I was mentioning, this scam stuff. As you may know, I've been on YouTube for a long time now, I think it's about 9 years I've been running a YouTube channel. And for quite a lot of those years, I've had my business email address out there, you know, for companies and such to contact me if they've got any proposals or offers or anything like that. And it's for business use only. Well, you do get a few scammy emails, you know, as you do. But in the past 6 months or so, the amount of scam emails I'm getting is unbelievable. Now, I'm not suggesting that people are so stupid they're going to fall for the stupid scams. Some of these scam emails actually look relatively convincing. And I just fear that some, you know, a smaller channel maybe might bite the bullet thinking it was real through the hopefulness of, like, you know, finding a company work with you. Or maybe this is the way that it works. I don't know, maybe people just get overexcited or something. I don't know, maybe no one needs to worry about this and it's way too obvious, but I just felt like I needed to say something because it's got so bad. I've been getting so many of these emails, mixed in with real emails, but there's a few keys, there's ways that you can tell if it's from this bunch of, I think it's the same group of people that are doing all of them. And to my understanding, I'm not the only one who's getting this. Basically, you're going to get these offers and it looks like it's from a company, but there is no website. There is never a website. There is never anything like that. They're normally, oh, we work for such and such a company, we'd like to work with you, blah, 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 blah. Now, I've done some Googling of some of the supposed company names that they've suggested they are, you know, without any of, it's got no links to the bottom, so you're like, hey, search the company name, and you'll find no reference to them whatsoever. Or if you do, it'll be like some half-constructed website from years ago. There's just nothing's happened with, and it's like, okay. Also, every single one of these emails comes from something@gmail.com. It's never from the name of the website. You know, that's one of the key ways to know if an offer you get through email is real, is that it will normally have like the person's name, their company title, their phone number, the website of the company, maybe even some more information below that, like the contact us, legal information, all those sorts of things. That's the sort of stuff you'll find on a real email. And this is a very small company, in which case it might just be, you know, written out rather than having all the legal terms and conditions. But it's very obvious when it's real and when it's not. And obviously, as I say, I think to myself, well, it can't possibly be that anyone would fall for this, because I think what they're trying to do, sometimes, as I say, they're trying to pretend to be a company that want to work with you. Sometimes I get emails that look like they're perfectly emails from YouTube telling me I've had a copyright strike and I need to sign in here to sort the stuff out, blah, blah, blah. Well, unless you're really stupid, I don't think anyone's going to set up their YouTube channel with the same email they give out as their business address. So when I get emails from YouTube to that address, I know they're not real because I don't give out the real address. Jesus. She's proper having it on that thing. Be aware if you're a new YouTuber that if you have an email address out there that's, you know, says like, oh, if you're interested in working with me on something, blah, 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 you're going to get emails to it and people are going to try and hope that your hopefulness maybe to work with someone over something or get something will make you drop your guard. Be very aware of the fact there is a lot of people out there trying to scam you. So just make it clear here, I understand that for a lot of you, you're like, yeah, that's going to be really obvious that that's a scam. But I just want to point it out because if they're still doing it, it means enough people are biting that it's worthwhile doing. And it's interesting they'll say now that they've started pretending to be companies they absolutely do not believe them to be. Actually, if I'm talking about emails and new channels, I suppose I should really mention this as well. You will also get emails from companies. It'll normally be, they will say it's such and such a network or such and such a channel, and it's basically what's known as an MCN, a multi-channel network. Now these things were invented years ago when if you wanted to become like a YouTube partner and get paid, you had to be part of a membership program. And I've made this mistake in the past and I joined one of these membership programs and I was stuck with them for 3 years as it turned out. And basically what they say is, well, what their job is they organise the ads supposedly that go on your videos. You know, they can broker you a better deal. They were going to work to make your channel more money, and then they take a certain percentage of your money, you know, off the top in return for helping you out. Basically saying, look, we're going to get you back so much more money than you were getting before. The bit that you lose giving us is, you know, you're still going to be better off in the end. And yeah, I mean, at the beginning it was a necessity to get, you know, thumbnails and stuff like that. You didn't have a choice but to go with one of these people. But funnily enough, just after I joined it, they started giving the thumbnails and all that stuff to everybody. Damn, she's having it. I mean, it's illegal as shit, right? But whatever. The reason I was with this company for 3 years and not the 2 years of what the contract was because I was with them for a year and then they said, oh, we can offer you a better percentage rate now because you know, your channel's growing and that. And I'm like, oh, that's good. Okay, go ahead, do that. They didn't mention to me that was going to renew the contract, and I didn't actually sign it to my understanding. I can't remember. I might have signed it. I probably didn't check the dates. I don't know. It was my fault, probably. But I basically got locked into the 2-year contract. Again, it's like when your phone company goes, oh, we can give you better prices in a new handset if you renew your contract, and then you're locked in for another 2 years. Classic little trick. The day I had to give them notice of me wanting to leave, I gave it, and I gave it again, like every day for like 3 days through multiple different methods to make it so unquestionably covered that I am leaving your ass. There wasn't a problem leaving for me, but it did take a little bit of time, a short time, to get the channel switched back to AdSense so I could earn money that way. So the company I was with, first it was like RPM, because this is real early days and it had something to do with social beliefs, so I can't remember exactly, but it was like with RPM, and then RPM turned into Maker, and then Maker merged with Disney and blah blah blah, and I wasn't happy about working for Disney basically. If you've been watching my videos a long time, you'll know about all this stuff because I talked about it back then. But yeah, as I say, you're going to get people contacting you and saying, hey, we'd like to, you know, work with your channel, blah, 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 even when you have a tiny little channel. And you might say, well, you know, why would a company want to work with such a tiny little channel? If that channel's only making, you know, $1 off of every 1,000 views it gets, and they want 40%, say, because some of them want 40%. I think my last agreement with them was like 90-10. And you'll find that they're a lot more like that. But in the early days, they were like 40%. It was ridiculous, but it was all you could do at the time. And it was so little money at that point that, you know, 40% of nothing is still pretty much nothing. This is what I'm kind of getting at, as I was just saying. If you have a small channel, you're only earning $1 per 1,000 views, you're only getting 5,000 views a month or something. That's $5. They take 40% of that. It's not a lot of money, is it, for them? So why would they be doing it? Basically because they do it to a lot of people, and they don't actually do anything for you. They may claim that you will have a dedicated, you know, manager, or help you coach your channel, or help get you views, or get you better ads, or do this or do that. They also do a thing like, oh, we'll give you access to a music library. The music libraries are always rubbish. Honestly, terrible. No one seems to ever talk about this stuff. Like, I'm sure the big YouTubers must get absolutely millions of these scam emails. I'm not quite sure how they sift through them all, because for me, it's like, you know, at the moment, and maybe this is because it's, I'm making this video now because it seems so bad, for every maybe 10 of these scammy emails, I might get a real one. And I get lots and lots of real offers from people for stuff. Over the years, I've had, God, hundreds, and I've turned nearly everything down because I'm just not interested. You know, stuff from big companies, small companies, off days of like holiday tours and stuff, like off-roading trips to Greece and God knows what. You know, loads of different product stuff. And I've turned most of it down because it's either scammy, I'm just not interested in it. If I review a product, it's because I'm genuinely interested in it myself. Even to the point, I mean, I've been offered stuff. Oh, grip! Nice. Very nice. What I'm basically saying is, if you're a new YouTuber, just be careful, because if you have an email address out there that, you know, you allow companies to try and contact you on and stuff, you do need to be honest and question, why would a company want to work with a channel that, you know, only gets, I don't know, say 100 views or something? I'm not saying that won't happen, but generally there needs to be a good return for that company, and unless you're doing something unique that no one else is doing, it's a good way of vetting whether you think this offer is real or not. I mean, I get messages that say like, oh, we'd like you to promote our product, we'll offer you pre-roll ad 30 seconds of like $2,500 or something. I just don't believe it. I don't believe anyone's going to pay my channel, you know, a channel of my size, $2,500 for a 30-second pre-roll. They're just not. It's just too good to be true. Swannies. My God, they have been busy. As you can tell, I literally am just killing time here. This tool should be here in the next couple of hours, I would have hoped. Until then, I have nothing else to do. Off-road the XJ6 again. Look at these incredible stunts. Whoa! Just think of that old meme video where they jump off of stuff and they're like, stream! This is always flooded. I swear this is a permanent water body. I'm not going through it. It's so muddy. I'm just going to go through this hedge. But generally, as I say, if it's a real offer from a real company, it will make sense. They'll have all the contact information and stuff there, yada yada. And they won't say anything like, oh, members of our team have been watching your videos for years and we think you're great and all of this stuff. But never mention anything specific. Just say, oh, your content is amazing. It seems like something's going on YouTube at the moment, because I say, this has all been going on, and at the same time this has been going on, there's been that whole wanna be my friend and wanna be friends thing. If you don't know about the YouTube wanna be friends comment thing, look into it. It's I don't know what that person's managed to achieve. They've obviously managed to get around the algorithm or used something, some botchery to do what they're doing, but it's incredible how well it worked. And after that seemed to happen, it seems there's like 10 other people doing it now, because when you put a new video up, you almost always notice within the first split second there's a comment or two, sometimes repeated, that are like, hey, wanna be friends, or wanna be YouTube friends, or wanna be this, or wanna be, you know, it's just, or even like, oh, great content. Well, that's good. I've got the paint I needed, so I guess this trip wasn't completely frivolous, without need or cause. Not that you should need that on a motorbike, but, you know. Anyway, I've probably been waffling on for far too long at this point. But yeah, basically, scammy people can be scammy. They'll do it with emails. If you're a YouTuber, they're probably filling up your inbox right now. Hopefully by the time I get home, the tool that I needed has arrived and I can start recording episode 17 of Restoration Z. And then hopefully in just a few days' time I'll hear back about the suspension. And then hopefully in just a couple of days after that I can have the suspension back together, have the bike as a rolling frame with the engine back in, and then it could only be a couple of days to get the thing back together. Yeah, we've got a few jobs to do, so it's not going to be a couple of days, but it should move pretty quickly once we get moving, if you know what I mean. I'm doing the sensible thing of prepping everything before we get to the rebuild process, so the rebuild process goes as smoothly as possible. The only thing I know I need to do towards the end is a little bit of electrical work, but that's very near the end. I haven't got the plastics yet, but they are arriving. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and if you really like to help support this channel, consider joining my Patreon. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Bye bye. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to see future videos. This channel is made possible by the support of the audience. Please consider joining my Patreon to get early access to videos, questions answered in the monthly Q&A, your name on screen, and some exclusive content, all for as little as $1 a month. You can also check out the links in the description to my merch and other ways to directly support the channel. Thanks for watching.